Robert, let's start today with consumer spending in July. That saw an increase. What were people buying?
Yeah, Susan, nice to see the consumer spending numbers coming up. That's a nice start to third quarter GDP. Consumers are buying durable goods items, not necessarily cars because the unit auto sales actually ticked down slightly, but other durable goods items like recreational vehicles, appliances, things like that. So indicative and consistent with nice consumer confidence.
And what about new orders for durable goods?
Yeah, we actually saw a pretty good number in July, also ticking up over 2%. That's a leading economic indicator. That's good news for the manufacturing sector. In my view, a lot of that is probably coming from one company, Boeing. We saw an increase in commercial aircraft orders for the last couple of months. Boeing has made some announcements about ramping up production on some of their airliners. So it's good news for the U.S. economy. It's a very big company with a very broad reach throughout the economy.
Robert, what can you tell us about inflation data?
Well, inflation, along with the income and spending numbers, on a monthly basis increased by 0.2, both the headline personal consumption expenditure price index, the PCE price index, and the core PCE price index, the same 0.2. On a year-over-year basis, and that's usually how we measure inflation, both of them are below 2%, around 1.4, 1.5 in that range. And so that's fairly weak, and that's going to give the Fed something to look at and think about at their upcoming meeting here over September 17th and 18th.
Well, speaking of the Fed, after the Labor Day holiday starts their blackout period. So without any further comments from the Fed, what are your feelings about another possible rate cut?
Well, I think the odds are tilting in that favor, maybe not as strong as what some people think. Some financial markets are giving implied probabilities close to 100%. I would knock that down to about 65% or so. We're seeing some pushback from regional Fed presidents, and some of them are voting members, some of them are not. So it's going to be a very interesting vote. By no means is there a unanimous consensus in the Fed right now. A lot of discussion, and you can sort of feel the elbows and arms getting twisted as we come up to the September 17th and 18th meeting.